GSF Weekly. We got 3 things coming your way. The long-awaited Cappuccino Mustangs highlights from the Palo Alto 7-on-7 tournament that took place last month. We got the highlights, the exclusives.
It really was the start of me being able to go on this journey of helping out other people through being helped. So that was cool.
And now you're talking about, you know, you're cancer-free now, right?
Yeah.
And you talk about what you want to do after. First of all, congratulations on that. What an amazing journey.
I appreciate it.
And you talked about how you still, even after, you want to help other people, you want to be a motivational factor for people who are battling with cancer. Can you talk a little bit more about that and what you want to do now in the future?
Yeah, of course. So, you know, one thing you learn, I guess, well, I hope you don't, but I think one thing I learned while I was there was that it really separates you from everyone else, or just from like everyday life, just having cancer.
We also have our very own Alejandro Flores sit-down interview, an exclusive with the GSF All-Star who beat cancer recently. He stopped by the Active Space Gym to talk about his journey. And, of course, we got Coach Andrew. And that's up next.
GetSportsFocus is brought to you by Summit Partners, leaders in growth equity investing. WeightsandBars.com. Build your home gym and shop locally from the Bay Area's best fitness equipment experts. Ike's Love and Sandwiches. Championship level sandwiches every single time. South Bay Construction, a reputation built on trust. And by Fuel Good, fueling your success. Conveniently located in Santa Clara off Homestead Road. For more info, go to fuelgoodmealprep.com.
Welcome to Get Sports Focus. We have one more set of 7-on-7 championship highlights that we haven't shown, and that is the Palo Alto High School 7-on-7 tournament championship, the afternoon tournament featuring the Cappuccino High School squad. Cappuccino, they came in hot last year. They finished first in their league. They got a QB, Bobby Gomez. He was throwing dimes. I believe he used to go to Sarah, but he's a Cap now, and he's a Mustang. They finished 9-2 last year. Their only loss was to Sequoia. They lost 24-21. I remember that. And then they lost in the playoffs against Alisal, and it was a close game. But hey, things are looking good. These are the highlights. I talked to a couple of their studs after the game, after winning the championship. Check it out.
I'm Bobby Gomez, 2026 quarterback at Cappuccino High School. After last season going 9-1, making playoffs, you know, we were lost first round. It was disappointing, but I think everyone thinks they're counting us out since we lost some guys. But I think that we should be counted in. I think that we aren't the underdogs. Like, I feel like we got the guys, we got the talent, we have the strength, we got the coaches, we got everything. We have the power, we have the motivation, just everything. Just great coaches, great players. It's just like a brotherhood here, and we all just work together so great.
So we've been growing up together, like a lot of childhood memories. We're finally in our senior year, and we did a lot of great things last year, and we're trying to do a lot of the same thing this year.
That's Travis, my receiver. You know, he's one of my most reliable receivers. You know, I'd say he has the best hands in the PAL in our division. The best hands. He's always consistent, works hard. He can always get better, and I think you could expect a lot from us this year.
These guys just pick us up when we're down. Just everything is just great about them, man. I just love these guys.
And I like how you have a bunch of coaches here. It looks like you have a line coach here too.
Oh yeah.
You have an all-time center.
we got all the linemen pulling up, even though they don't got anything to do today. They come in and cheer for their teammates. We got coaches, not necessarily receiver or offensive coaches. They're still here, working with everyone, and it's just great, man.
Let's talk about you. How was your off season? Did you do any 7-on-7, or is this the 7-on-7 for you?
I did a little bit of camps, college camps, Stanford. I went down to Cal, but yeah, I've just been trying to get my name out there, trying get noticed by people, because I missed out my sophomore year due to a transfer rule. But I'm just trying to get my name on the map, trying to put Cap back up on the map, and we got a lot to prove this year.
Well, we got bumped up a division. It's going to be tough. We got some tough opponents, but you should expect a lot of great things, just like last year. A lot of won games, a lot of close ones, but we'll come out on top.
So congratulations to Bobby and the crew for winning the Palo Alto Viking 7-on-7 tournament, the second tournament of the day, about a month ago. Sorry it took a while, but you guys deserve the spotlight. And as you can see, I got Coach Andrew right here of the Bay Area Panthers, the #1 seed. And we need an update, Coach. We haven't seen each other in a while. We haven't done this in a while.
Yeah. So #1 seed. First round is this weekend. We finished the regular season 13-3, and we're playing San Diego for an unprecedented 5th time.
Wow.
I know. A lot of. I think this is probably obviously this is my second season with them, but like I've learned a lot more this year, and man, it's been a whirlwind. I'm not used to the 7-day work weeks, ending the week with a game, and then all of a sudden the next day you still got work and meetings. So I was like, wow, this is fun.
It's the life of the pro.
Yeah, well, the coolest part I think was I've been seeing more and more the athletes from the Bay Area like at games, and what's cool is they'll see me run out, because like during halftime, like I run out first and I get the guys ready to come out to warm up again for the second half. And I think hearing my name, they're like, Coach Andrew, oh my God. And then like these kids like want like a high five, and then like parents are coming up afterwards, like asking about like, training and like, just what they could do. I actually had some people say like, you're on GetSportsFocus. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, with Alf. And I was like, yeah. They're like, why is Alf not at these games? And I was like, I don't know. He's busy too. So, it's pretty cool. So, it's just a little bit different this year. Like, you got a lot more eyes on the team this year. It's a strong team, but this is the first step to going back to back. So,
nice.
It's the regular season's over, so it's a brand new season now. So it doesn't even matter if you played a team like 4 times already. Like it just starts over. So we'll see what happens. It's this week, and then we move on. It'll be next week. It'll be the Western Conference Finals, and then championship August 17th.
In Vegas?
In Vegas.
Nice. So we're going to have 2 home games for you guys coming up?
2 home games because we have home field advantage.
Very nice. So people out there in the Bay Area, including me, I haven't been to a game in a while. So I'm gonna try my best to get to this one. I think I could do this one. It's Saturday, right?
Sunday.
Oh, even better. Sunday
at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Sunday. Shoot me a DM if you would like to come to the game, and we can get that all figured out for you guys.
Nice. All right. Well, congratulations to the Bay Area Panthers, Coach Andrew. doing a great job getting the boys ready for every single day, I guess. That's your job, right? Get them ready.
Yeah, and honestly, I would say like one of the big things that like if I were to give any advice for any of these kids like going, getting ready for their season is really not, I mean, not obviously just like working on like your physical stuff that you need to work on and like your nutrition, your recovery. Start working on your mental game now. I don't think people emphasize that part a lot, but work on your mental game a lot. That's all I'll say about that. Just work on your mental game. You can look it up about like mental toughness. Really look that up.
Yeah, I like that. So, well, speaking of mental toughness, I have to shout out my boy. You know what I'm talking about. If you've been on our IG page, you've seen a few clips of Manalo SPJ. He's my son.
He's,
He
he's a
went to
beast,
Sweden.
dude.
Went to Sweden for a couple of weeks. This thing called Gothia Cup. It was pretty cool to see that. I couldn't be there, obviously. I was here, but he went there. He competed. He scored 5 goals, coach. I heard that he took out Britain pretty much on his own. I'm not sure if this was like a USA team or whatnot, but I think they were one of the teams from the US. And they beat some pretty good teams, and he had some nasty looking goals, coach. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw a couple of them. I mean, if anyone out there hasn't picked this guy up yet, like national teams or the USL, like next level, like pick this guy up. Like
Yeah.
he's so good.
I think he's on the come up. He's only 17. He's on USL
Jeez.
2 for this team right here.
The Almaden FC.
Yep. So he's having fun, proud of him, obviously, and we enjoyed the highlights from across the globe, really. He said that at 11 o'clock it's still bright over there, PM. They get 4
Jeez.
hours or something of darkness. Which
I
is
don't know if I
cool.
can.
That means more light for training. That's kind of like his thing. He's always training. I wouldn't be surprised if he's at a park right now picking some balls, but I think he could go far.
That's cool.
He's got some he wants it. He's got the toughness, the mental toughness to go far. So, and man, go to another country and score 5 goals against teams from other countries who's representing their country, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, and he's only 17.
We gotta get him on. I should get him on.
You should. That should be
I think
easy
he's
to get
earned
him.
it.
Yeah, and I mean, like, just to touch on like the mental toughness part, I mean, like, he's probably one of he's on the younger side
He
of
is,
like
yeah.
this level. So it's like, you're playing up against guys that are like probably like at least 3 to 5 years his senior.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're still technically a kid playing against some grown men.
Yep. Well, he's gonna be a senior this year.
Wow.
Lincoln. So 4 years just went by fast.
Jeez. Years gone by fast.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the journey, which path he's gonna take, but either way, I know there's gonna be soccer in it. So but we'll find out. We'll get him on here. We'll ask him some of the things that he did in Sweden. Maybe like next time we get together, we'll have him on here.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. He hasn't been on here for a while, but yeah, man. I mean, the Olympics is coming. There's a lot of things going on that is non-football, by the way, which is pretty cool. Oh, by the way, Philippines, they did well in Sweden. I think they won 2 age groups.
Wow.
And they talked to Manalo too. Like their national team.
They definitely need him because they could have been in the Olympics for this year, and I don't think they are because they lost some qualifier. Probably
Yeah.
could use somebody like Manalo. But speaking of Philippines, I mean, and just like AAPI, like there's a lot of Asian American Pacific Islanders represented in the Olympics this year. Shout out to
Weightlifting, is she coming back? The
yeah, Jordan.
gold medalist?
Jordan.
Nice.
No, Hiddlin is not this year. It's a new girl.
Oh,
But we have a Filipino American representing the US, Jordan Dela Cruz. No relation to me whatsoever.
I was about to say.
At least
Trains
I
in your
don't
gym.
think so. Probably like somewhere down the family tree there is,
Hey, we're all
because
brothers and sisters at the end of it, you know.
somehow. But shout out to my wife Crystal's niece, Jenna Flynn. She's on the women's water polo team, so she will be heading over to the
Nice.
Olympics. She plays for Stanford currently. She's actually like she's also like one of the top players in the country in her
Wow.
position. So she'll be representing the United States at the Olympics this year. So it's a pretty big
Wow.
deal on my wife's side of the family. I know they were talking about like, oh, we're not going to be able to see them until after the Summer Olympics because they'll all be in Paris. So that I was like, that's pretty cool.
Damn.
So we have an
That's
Olympian in our
sick.
family. Yeah, yeah. I have an Olympian in my in-laws family. So my wife's family, they have an Olympian. So it's
Wow.
pretty
That's
cool.
awesome, man. Well, good luck to Philippines. Good luck to the US of A. Um, looking forward to seeing the Olympics. Hopefully we
Yeah.
get the gold in a lot of the events.
I think they're favored in majority of the events. I mean, if we're talking about like if there's one thing that like everyone has like a kind of like an asterisk next to, it's like USA basketball. I don't know if anyone's watching USA basketball right now,
Yeah,
but
that's just about like everybody wants to beat the US. So in basketball especially. So I think it's just one of those. I don't think anybody can beat them. They're gonna put on a show. Is it South Sudan that almost beat them?
South Sudan, and it's like, it comes down to how do you say it? You know what? This is actually kind of like one of the common things that we had this year with the Panthers. It's like you have so much talent on one team, and it's like you can be destroying a team like at the beginning, and it's like finish the job. Like don't get lackadaisical and just complacent during the game. Like just finish it. Like like that's again mental toughness. It's like finishing the game, even if you are like severely like skilled better than them,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just finish the game. Play it all the way through. Finish it how you started.
exactly. Well, we'll see what happens. I think we have how many days left before the Olympics? Do we have like a week or something?
10 days.
10
9
days.
days now. Yeah,
Wow.
9 days to opening ceremony. And it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild like how quickly that came. And I'm actually excited to watch break dancing.
Me too.
I know there's a
Seeing a lot
lot of
of like short little documentary popping up on Instagram and TikTok about how Filipinos are very good at that.
I
And
mean,
how
look at
kind of like we're kind of we Filipinos. Well, yeah, we
we.
uh, responsible for the Bay Area being one of the hot spots when it comes to that stuff, right?
Oh yeah. That's my past life, my side quest that I had early on in my life. One of my side quests. It's actually how I met my wife. So if you find it
Andrew
on
used to do the
you can find me on YouTube dancing. So
no, we're gonna have to
yeah,
dig that up.
you'll see it, and it's like, oh yeah, like it was like it's just one of those things, right? Like Jabberwockies, a lot of them were from
Yeah.
California, so it's like they represented it really well. They're one of the best dance teams in the entire world
Yep.
and of the last century. So can't really can't really get any better than that.
Exactly. So I know women's basketball, they're gonna dominate as well. They've been.
Yeah,
Did you watch the All-Star game, or did you see any of the highlights?
I saw some. I didn't really like pay too like not that I didn't want to watch it. I didn't even know what happened. I know so I know a couple of them during the all like during some like the All-Star skills challenges, they like set like some records or they like made some like really big like stats on it and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And I just like the fact that it's getting a lot more publicity. And there's a lot that comes to it. It opens it up for women's sports and women in general. And I think it's gonna be good. Like I love it. Equal playing field.
I think one of the coolest things that I'm seeing so far is that athletes in general, and I
Mhm.
think the women's basketball, like WNBA, is they kind of elevated this, especially this season, like the fashion in women's sports or fashion in sports. I mean, we've seen that in the past with the NBA and stuff, but I think that WNBA is now like a lot of these ladies are very, very good looking, very, very attractive when they're not in their basketball clothes. They're when they're not
Yeah.
in their basketball uniform. And it pops up and it's like, who is that? Oh, it's Angel Reese. Like it's even Sabrina. Sabrina is from Miramonte. I don't know if you know that.
Mhm.
Monte High School. So I mean, a lot of these girls, a lot of these women, young women, they're fashion models now. What do you think of that?
No. Oh no, that it's I
There
you know
was an
what I've noticed.
article that I read that kind of inspired this subject of
So
discussion.
what's crazy is like, what's one of the biggest things if like and not even just like singling out like just women's basketball, but like what's the one thing that everyone always covers whenever you watch like a professional sports game is they always capture there's always media coverage of the athletes walking in
Mm-hmm.
with like what they're wearing, what they're carrying,
Yep.
and there's always all these pictures of it too. I personally had to figure out like how to do this too because they started taking pictures of us walking into the SAP arena. So I actually now have to be like fashionable. I was actually told like, hey, you might want to change your
Step up
look a
your
little bit.
game, coach.
So, that's where it's like, like I wear like, a couple local brands that are trying to get their names out. So I started wearing like some of their merch while I'm walking in. And then, it's just things like that. But it's like it also gives like the humanity back to the athletes that like this is what they also look like outside of
Yeah.
their uniform. And I mean, the way that and what I love about like the women's basketball and the fashion that they have is flaunt it if you got it. That's one of it. But the other thing too is like anything looks good on any body type.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
that
huge.
so that's one of the things that I think is important too, because I read this article and it was talking about like in the early 90s, like actors and celebrities took over the fashion industry. And now it's like athletes are taking over. And I think it's a good thing because if you really think about it, and you're a strength coach, I think physique is very important, having a good physique. And you can't have a good physique if you don't do the right things daily.
Oh,
And
100%.
with the word influencer, there's a lot of them. We're not influencers, but we're wannabes. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what better? I believe that they are the best group of people to represent being healthy in a way, because I mean, they're athletes. Their way of life is that, like, to be the best they could be as far as, you know, their physical and mental too, right? And so I
Mhm.
think they're really good role models when it comes to that. And
Oh yeah. I think the other thing too is we talked about the influencer thing too. It's like some of these athletes, like they're wearing certain pieces of clothing or articles of clothing that are made for athletic type bodies,
yeah,
right? It's like that's one right there. Like I think there's a couple companies like as a strength conditioning, and like I was a track and field guy, and I Olympic weightlift. So just just as an example, it is so hard to find pants, and I'm also short, so it's like it's really hard to find pants that will fit without one suffocating my legs, because my legs are they're not of a normal width as someone who's my height. So it's like it's so hard. So then you can find like these athletic athletic fit pants that lets your legs breathe, and then all of a sudden you're seeing all these athletes endorsing it because they're like, hey, and they have the same problems. Like, I can't find clothes that fit me.
yes. That's why I don't go to Ross anymore or TJ Maxx.
Yeah, I hate I honestly it is so hard being 5'3" and trying to wear normal pants.
Yeah,
It is so
I hear you,
difficult. Like,
coach. I hear you.
oh God, I can't, I haven't worn a pair of jeans in maybe 8 years. I just wear joggers because joggers don't squeeze the hell out of my legs.
Yeah, Uniqlo. There you go.
Yeah,
My
Uniqlo.
favorite store.
Yeah.
I'm about to hit that up. Like, we're about to hit up the store like tonight. Do some
Oh
early
yeah.
back to school shopping.
But it's like, I mean, even that, there's so many, I forgot who just endorsed Uniqlo. But they're high profile athlete, but they were doing the same thing because they said because of the comfort fit, what
Yeah,
they
exactly.
all of that stuff. And it's like, oh, Uniqlo. And then everyone thinks about it like, oh, Uniqlo, it's affordable, it's good quality, and even top tier athletes are wearing these clothes,
Yeah,
right? I mean, everyone knows about Lululemon. I mean, everyone
I'm not a
could.
Lululemon fan.
I'm not a
I don't
Lulu
know.
guy either. I maybe have like two pieces of clothing from Lululemon, but I think the only thing people like about Lululemon is you get like the free hemming,
Yeah.
which
So
I
if
had to
you're
do.
so my thing, my suggestion is like if you are an athlete, especially if you're one of the better ones, I think it would be a good idea to really concentrate without having it affect your daily life. Develop a good following, a solid following. That should be, I think it should be part of your thing now if you're an athlete.
Yeah,
Not go
and
out of
be
the way and make yourself look better than what you really are, but just be truthful. Live the life of a good, healthy person that prioritizes healthy living.
yeah, and be genuine.
Be
Like, be
genuine.
genuine.
Yes.
I mean, and then see so there's a little catch to that thing, because some people that do that, they teeter the line between being genuine and then being unapologetically authentic.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's it's like you gotta kind of stay within that line of, yes, be yourself, but also don't be like don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
go over the top.
one of the ways that it can be done is to the right
Follow the right people.
follow the right people, and that should be, you should be able to um you should be able to I lost my train of thought there. Follow the right people, right? You
Yeah.
should be good to go if you do that.
Well, I mean, no, I mean, on top of that, right? It really does make a big difference on who you follow, because if people do follow you for a certain reason, then they will also see oh, who else does this person follow? If you really have that influence on as an influencer on these people, right? If you really have that kind of following, these people will also check who you follow too,
Yeah.
right? That's honestly that's why I separate the you I have two Instagrams. I have my own personal and I have the gym. I don't run the gym account at all. So if anyone ever wondered, I don't run that account. I run mine. But even that, like I barely post anything because it's like it's more that's more about me, right? That's the majority of the pictures are of my wife and myself, my dogs, and my family, because that's really who I am. I may post some things here and there, but like it's that's kind of like what it is. Like, so you really gotta like if you find somebody that like you want to follow, and all you see on their following list that they're following is like a bunch of bots and just random stuff, then probably not like a pretty not probably not somebody you want to be following at that point.
Yeah. Yep. So that's that. Just wanted to touch up on that. And speaking of following, like we're gonna be following again this coming season, our favorite league, the WCAL, and basically like the top 20 teams in the Bay Area. And I don't know, is it too early to discuss
I feel
our
like we could give it.
our projection?
I feel like we should do it during the dead week, which is I think next week.
Next week? Okay. I got you.
I think we should wait a little bit because I don't know, it's too early. It's like the what are they? What's some of those lists that some like news people put out? The obviously too early predictions.
Yeah, the pointless ones.
Yeah, let's not do that because when we do the predictions this year, like especially like the preseason preseason predictions, like I want to see like how on point we can actually get with it. Plus, we haven't really, well, for me, I haven't really caught up on like what has been going on with all the other teams. I've been a little busy with my own team right now.
True. We could save that. We can save that for later.
Okay.
But I do want to end with this. We can end with this. Last week we had our young journalist Alejandro Flores. He did a one-on-one uncut interview. Did a really good job, by the way, with Santa Teresa's kicker, the Cowboy kicker, Casey Carr. And at the end of the interview, we did a little surprise, and it was kind of like off topic. It just happened, and turns out Mr. Carr, Casey Carr, is the Cowboy kicker. He is the first athlete that we invited to the 2024 GSF Senior All-Star Game in December. And so, congratulations. There it is. Oh, we're getting some swag. We're gonna swag it out this year too, Coach.
Are we still? Is it still going to be 5-star versus heroes?
Yes, we're gonna. Well, we got some. There's gonna be some changes. We're gonna reveal that as we get closer. But the nominate. We're gonna invite what? How many players we're gonna invite? 11 to start with.
I'd say 11. 11's a good. Yeah, I'd say 11, and
We're
then
gonna invite
obviously
11, and then
invite
the
11
rest will be nominated.
Yes, and please nominate your athletes. Like you guys, like it's don't like. I feel like a lot of these kids deserve the recognition, and I wish this game could take all of them. Every single kid that gets nominated, I wish we could. But just to even get nominated, like as an athlete, like that just boosts your self-esteem so much because that means these people feel so highly about you, and you deserve a chance to showcase your skills.
Yep. 3.0 GPA, number one requirement, and
yeah, that sets you apart right there on its own.
You gotta be a starter, right? That's the second one. You can't just be a 3.0 or above athlete on a team. You have to actually be a starter, and your coach got to sign off on it. Your coach got to say, yeah, good attitude, well, character and all that stuff also comes with it. So it's pretty cool because the last couple of years that we've been doing this, it's kind of like a captain's roster. Like everybody at one point or another was a captain of their team, so, which is cool. But that's pretty much all I have, Coach. We got 2 more weeks of GSF baseball, youth baseball camp, and we're gonna be ending next week. So, and then you guys have 3 games
Still going.
to win.
Still going. We have 3 more games to win, so
go back to back.
Be the first back to back in a long time.
I think you guys got this.
We do. I think we do. So, no, I don't think we do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So
Sunday, people, get there. Hopefully, we get the entire Bay Area there. Let's get the whole South Bay there. Hey,
yeah,
I'm definitely gonna go. You know what? I want to go. I'm gonna go. I'll take the kids.
Okay. I got you. I'll take care of it. Yeah, but like I said, anyone that does want to go, please feel free to. You can either DM Alf, and then he'll direct it to me, or you can DM me directly. Then we'll go from there. We got to pack the house. We need all the support.
Let's go Panthers.
Yeah, it's the part 5 of the Battle of California.
Nice. Sweet. All right. Well, good luck this Sunday. We'll see you out there, Coach.